You ever lost everything you thought made you, you? The job, the person, the plan? I did. I remember sitting there, phone silent, fridge half empty, wondering how we even got here. It's wild how life can flip you overnight. One minute you're on track, the next you're starting from zero. But let me tell you something, zero isn't the end. It's the restart most people are too scared to take. Because zero humbles you, it breaks you, and then builds you in ways success could. See, I used to think starting over meant failed, bum. But what I learned, it means I survived. This video is for anybody starting at zero. Right now, wondering what's next, I'm going to show you how I rebuilt everything from the ground up. No filters, no faking, just real, raw steps that work for me. Hi, I'm Naija, your motivational bestie. Welcome to the channel. And if you're not new, hello. So, like I said, since I'm not your motivational bestie, so I'm going to tell you what's what, okay? If you're starting from zero, it's okay. Hello, welcome to the family. Hello, sit down, get a drink, relax. Let's chill. Let's talk. Get some wine if you want. I don't drink wine, but I'm all right because I don't judge. Your bestie don't judge. You drink wine, you drink some beer, but not too much, honey, okay? So anyway, a lot of times in my life, because I got some years, I got some experience behind me that I started from zero. So it was not just once, honey. Hello. I have not started from zero one time. Several times I started from zero, honey. I've been in the shelter, almost on my car. I was thinking about going on my car, you know what I'm saying? Living with multiple people, living out in the closet, blah, blah, blah. Okay, hello. Anyway. And it was all a choice. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Yeah, I used to have a dream, big dreams, okay? And sometimes them dreams don't manifest into the reality that I wanted inside of my head. And that's okay. That's really okay because I survived it all. I'm here to talk to you, bestie. I'm here to talk to you about it. All right? So I remember the time when I was hungry, okay? I was hungry one time. I had moved out of my mom's house, apartment. And me and my mom didn't have the best relationship back then. You know what I'm saying? And I moved out. I was like 18. I don't know what the hell I was doing in my life. Child, I had no dreams, really, no goals, really, no direction, honey. Hello. And I moved out and I was just like, I can't deal with her. She just doesn't get me. Can't live like this. I can't do it. So I started from zero. I don't know. I think I had a friend of mine that when I used to go to church, he was like, oh, I know a friend that you could stay by her house. And I went over there and I was like staying there for a while. No job, honey. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I didn't get a job. She was nice or whatever. She was okay. But, I was there out of convenience because she had a daughter. She's like, oh, can you watch my daughter after school since you're not working and you're not helping with no bills? I'm like, of course. I help out because, hey, you got to do something, right? And I think I want to having a boyfriend. I don't know how. How did I get a boyfriend and I got no money? He ain't got no money. What the fuck? Anyway. And I remember one time, right? And there was a lot going on in the house anyway, okay? There was a lot going on in the house. I was staying in a room with her daughter. Her daughter was like freaking 10 or something like that. Bless her little heart. Sweetest thing ever. And yeah, I'm 18, all right? And it was times where all the food was for her and not for me. And back then, I didn't get it. I was just like, damn, I'm hungry. That's probably why I was so skinny. I don't know. Hello. But anyway, I could look back and laugh at this now. But I just remember times where my boyfriend, he had this friend that he met. And it was one day, we have no food in the house. The girl house that I was staying at, she wound up moving in back with her baby father. And she, took her daughter with her. So it was nothing in the refrigerator, honey. Nothing. Okay. Both of us was not working. I don't know why I let him stay there. I'm also be hungry by my damn self. But anyway. Hello. But anyway, he had a friend that lived around the corner. And he was like, oh, my mother invited you to dinner. You to dinner, not me. Okay, invited him to dinner. He didn't bother to say, no, my girlfriend too, come with me. We ain't got food like that. I guess it was his ego, whatever. So he was like, don't worry, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna just bring you back a plate, which he did. But I'm hungry, honey. I think we might have been on day 2. I'm already skinny. I need food. You know what I'm saying? Where we had no food or nothing like that. But I still, being the stubborn 18-year-old that I was, I didn't call my mom for shit, for no food, nothing. Okay, so I don't blame it on my mom, because if she knew I wasn't eating, she would have definitely got me a plate or something. But I didn't want to ask her nothing. We weren't talking. I didn't want to deal with her. I was just stubborn. You know what I'm saying? So I waited for that meal and starving. Like, what's taking him so long? He keep heating up, eating food and stuff like that, forgetting that his girlfriend is around the corner starving. But anyway, that really taught me to, like, yo, you got to get your own. Like, you got to make your own way, and you got to figure out how to not depend on nobody for food. So I applied for food stamps. Hello. Yes, I applied for food stamps, so I never was hungry again. And I really like nice. But for real, you got to do what it takes to get to where you need to be. And I don't know what that is for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't have the mansion. I don't have the big cars, a Rolls Royce, da 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 da. I mean, I don't know if I really want all of that. But if it comes, hello, welcome. Hello. But I'm your bestie. So I'm going to talk real here. I'm going to talk real. That's just one incident that I started from zero. And I just said, never again will I be hungry. I'll be asking. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I could have got a job. But I just guess I didn't want one at that time. I eventually did get one. But I was like, let me go get me some food stamps. Stop playing. Act like I'm too sadistic to get some damn food stamps when I'm hungry and stuff like that. I couldn't ask my mom. I mean, I could ask my mom, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I could have found a job, but you know how long it takes to get a check. So let me go ahead and get some food stamps. I'm a bum. You know what I'm saying? Walking your bumness. You know what I'm saying? I'm your bestie. So I'm going to tell you raw, real deal Holyfield. So it's several times I started from zero. I'm going to the shelter. That's another story. I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk about that right now, bestie. All right? We're going to need a whole big glass of champagne or something like that. Even though I don't drink. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to watch you drink. I'm going to get cranberry in the rocks. Hello. But yeah, when you're starting from zero, honey, it just makes you stronger. It just makes you realize what you really want out of life. It makes you realize, like, okay, I'm not going to deal with this bullshit again. I'm not dealing with broke ass niggas again. Or I'm not, I'm going to apply for food stamps. If you have to apply for food stamps, damn it, hello, apply. You know what I'm saying? Go get that job. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do to make shit work for you. You know what I'm saying? And you just, sometimes it ain't all that pretty. The decision. Sometimes the choices that you have because of the knowledge and the wisdom that you have at that time, both of them ain't all that pretty, and you're gonna choose. But don't not choose. You know what I'm saying? Always choose to make your life better. And I'm not saying like go steal and stuff like that. I didn't even think about like I can go steal and rob people because I didn't want to do that. That's not the type of person I was. I don't want to do that. And plus, a lot of people are already struggling, barely making it and barely eating too. So I'm not taking nothing out of nobody else's mouth and pocket. Nah, I just gonna figure it out myself. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should do because you are the God, omnipresence, the physical being of God in the physical. So you can figure it out. You can start from zero and you can do what you need to do to get you to the next step. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you be in predicaments where shit just don't look pretty. Several times, I'm telling you, I started from the bottom, now I'm here. And I'm not saying I'm here, but I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? So you got to just figure out what's your next step. Like, what I'm going to do to get me where I need to be. You know, sometimes, yeah, you be feeling like, this world really sucks. People are really mean. There's bullies. There's these suck-ass jobs that want to pay this little bit of money and think you're stupid. They don't want you to think. They don't want you to be creative. And you got these dumbass people that you can't have a conversation with because they don't get you. You got bigger goals. You got bigger dreams. They don't understand none of that. And guess what? That's cool. That don't mean anything's wrong with you. That just means that that's not your village, honey. And you can start all over, right? And sometimes you might have got into investment. Some of you might have got into investment or you might have got into a business deal. And you're probably like, all of them was a bunch of bullshit. They stole my shit. They stole my ideas. They stole my money, honey. I can't do this. I can't start all over again. Yes, you can. Because if you did it the first time, you could do it the second time. And you might lose the money again. I might lose the money a third time. You know how many times I lost money? Man, I lost money so many times. But I know that I don't deal with certain people no more. I don't deal with certain things no more. Or I reevaluate how I lost the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm not going to lose the money like that again. And even if I do lose the money like that again, I ain't going to lose the money like that again. You know what I'm saying? Look, give yourself grace, all right? Because you're not perfect. I'm your bestie, and this is what I would tell you. You're not perfect. So sometimes you're going to make the same dumbass mistake 2 or 3 times. But guess what? You wake up another day and you realize, okay, I had enough of people punching my face and calling me a sucker, you know what I'm saying, being po and stuff like that. So I'm going to do something different, okay? I'm going to figure something out. I'm going to do something different. And if that means you got to get a job or a different job, or you got to get some ideas or get around the right people, or you got to get on this video and speak to your bestie Nine for her to tell you that you can get up from zero, that you can make it from zero, that you could stand up, hello, and make it from zero. Okay? Because 0 to 1 is still something, honey, and that is still a win. From 0 to 2 is still something that is still a win. 0 to 3 is still something that is still a win. If 0 to 0.5, baby, that is something, and that is still a win. You got to do something. It's a mindset shift, okay? Get out of your head and realize, you know what? I'm at the bottom. But honey, I can't go no further. Okay, hello. I'm not 6 feet deep, honey. I'm not there. All right, so that means I have another opportunity to do something big, to something grand, wonderful. Because somebody needs to hear your story. Somebody needs to hear you come from 0, okay, to 1. Okay, somebody needs to hear your story that you was 0 several times and you went to 2, honey, and then you slipped back down to 0, but you came back to 1 again, and then you came back to 2, then 3, then 4, then 5 again, and then you slipped back to 0, but then you came back up to 10, honey. It propelled you. But see, now you got all that wisdom, you got all that experience. Now you can teach other people. You can show other people, like, look, I did it, honey. Okay, I'm not the brightest apple in the whole entire bunch of apples, but if I can make it from 0, then so can you. And a lot of people see in their mind, they be like, I'm not as smart as you. So you're like, I can't do this. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, because I'm not the smartest apple in the bunch either, okay? I learned from my experience. This is my wisdom that has taught me so many things in life, and that I pass down to my friends, my children, my besties, okay? I let y'all know, look at here. You win some, you lose some, but you're still here to fight, to go, to win, okay? To keep bouncing back up. That's the God in you. That's the strength in you. You're like, nah, I can't do this. I don't know what you talking about, bestie, but I can't do this. Yes, you can. If I did, you can do it too, honey. If I came back from homeless, you can do it too, honey. If I came back from not eating, you can do it too, honey. Okay? So look, I don't want to compare our downfalls, our zeros, because everybody's zeros looks different. Everybody falls look different, but we always fall forward. Guess what? We fall forward because we get back up again. We raise our head and say, you know what? She done stole my whole entire script. Was my bestie Esty. Made money off of my shit. I ain't made shit. But guess what? You got to move forward, honey. You can't soak and hope that next time your best friend won't sleep with your next man. Which happened to me before. But anyway, hello, I'm your bestie. So I'm going to tell you what's real, what's raw, what's true. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes shit don't turn out the way you want it to, okay? But you got to get up and do shit again. Rewrite shit. Rewrite your whole story. And the good thing about it is that you can. That you can. You just have to believe you can, okay? Just believe you can. Just an inkling. You just need 1% of belief. That's all you need. So if you can come to this video and your bestie is going to say, there's another day, okay? So if you've done nothing for your dream today, you did nothing for your goal, you did nothing for yourself today, you did nothing but work, or you did nothing but sit around and eat chocolate chip, okay? Honey, tomorrow's a new day, okay? Plan out your day. Do one thing towards your goal. And now you're not at 0, honey. You're at 0.5, okay? Because now you're thinking, okay, I got these ideas. I can do this. Well, I can do this on what I got. Evaluate where you are, work with what you got, and get to step number 0.5 or 1. Okay? And you're not from zero. Hello, it's a matter of perspective. I'm your bestie. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the real deal, Holyfield. Okay? You might not feel like it tomorrow. But guess what? It's okay if you don't feel like it. But still do it anyway. Still write down your goals. Still write down, like, you know what? I'm not sure how I'm going to get to this. Honey, write this shit down. Write it down. Write it out and say, I don't know how I'm going to get to this. Talk to God. God, I don't know how I'm going to get to this. But guess what? I'm going to do it somehow. I'm going to get this somehow. See, the how. Bring in the how, bestie. Bring in the how. And the ideas will start coming. I'm not saying it's going to come tomorrow, but it'll start coming. Okay? All right, so I'm your bestie. I'm not Asia. If you resonate with me, hello. Like, comment, and subscribe. Have you been doing that? Like, comment, and subscribe. You don't do that to your bestie. You don't let her down. You like, comment, and subscribe. You say hello down in the comments. All right, guys? So I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you for watching. And remember, you could come from zero to a hero. And I'm not talking about a sandwich, honey. Peace.